Welcome to Van Build Part 3, and today she gets a facelift. Have you ever actually even used these?
Don't you worry about them.
He's got a problem, people. So, as you can see, we've been spending the pennies and we've got a fair bit to go at in this episode. We've also spent the last couple of days doing all the boring jobs like undersealing the brackets for the belly lockers and things like that. So we're prepped and ready to go, ready to smash it.
What are we going to do?
We're going to smash it.
What are we going to do?
We're going to smash it! Smash it!
So the first job we've got to do is fill in all the empty space underneath the box. So I've made this little frame up. This is going to house the 18-litre water tank, and then we're going to fit the max tracks to the front of it, and then we're going to fit the belly locker to the side. So let me show you the belly lockers. So these belly lockers, they're Dakin boxes, and they're actually made for HGV lorries and things like that, so they're real heavy duty. So this little one here was 40 quid and this one was 90 quid, so it's a big old monster, but they're so heavy duty and they've got a real good lock and they're all weather tight and everything like that, so really recommend them. And then I just made a little bracket to mount them on, but you can buy these as well, so don't be put off if you can't make them.
So next job is the steps, and the steps are a little bit trickier to fit because the floor in these is only made out of the same GRP box, so we need to strengthen it. So the idea we've come up with, we've just made 2 bits of plate that are going to go with coach bolts in, which are going to go on the floor to spread the load, and then there's also a bit of alley plate that we're going to put underneath as well. And then any kind of undulations are going to be taken up by the insulation, and then we'll put the floorboards on top of that. It. Are you just using those rivets so you can use that gun?
My new rivet gun. I still haven't got the Bosch one though.
You're not getting the bloody Bosch one. Get the number plate on. No, you're not going to be happy about my new dungarees. My wee brake's going to take longer.
You have to just wet yourself.
No.
Well then, go for your break.
Lunchtime. Absolutely stoked at how good this back section is starting to look, because this is the part we were most worried about making look cool, because it was a monstrosity before, let's be honest. All we've had to do though is spray it all up with the underseal. John's put a plate in here to mount the number plate and the rear view camera, and he'll show you how good that is inside when he mounts that up later. And then we've cut this bit of C-channel down on a 45-degree angle, and it just absolutely transforms it. Then John's just made some plates to mount the old lights, and she is beautiful. Are you ready for the best bit yet? I used to be a skeptic about changing tyres and wheels, but I have to say that John has converted me. They make the world of difference. So let's show you. Are you ready?
All you naysayers out there said we couldn't make her look good. Starting to look good now, isn't she? But with this belly locker on and the steps and the wheels and tyres, she's really looking good. I can't wait to get the roof rack on because I think that'll just finish it off as well, just bridge that gap. So we'll get that powder coat and get that on. But the wheels and tyres. So I think it's safe to say we love these wheels. This is the 3rd time we've put them on our builds. So yeah, really do like them. They're the Rogue Alloy CC1s. The tyres, so these are the CF1100s. I've had the CF1100s, the General Grabbers and the BFGs, and the only thing I notice is the price difference, so I'd recommend these anyway. But I actually emailed Rogue Alloy and said to them, do you fancy working with us on this build? Nothing, tumbleweed. So I had to swallow my pride and I ordered them from him anyway because I know they do a good deal and it's a brilliant package, so I ordered them. And then about a week later, he messaged me and said he'd do me a massive discount. So he didn't have to do that. I'd already purchased them and I was going to show them anyway, but it's much appreciated. So if you want some tyres and wheels, go see Rogue Alloy. Morning everyone. So we called it a day last night because it looked like it was going to rain, and we got up this morning. Don't look much better, but anyways, it's not meant to rain, so fingers crossed. But my first job today is to fit these little steps. So I fitted them before and I love them. So you can get 3 of them for 38 quid, and all they do is pop down like that, just little fold out boat steps, horse box steps, whatever you want to call them. And I'm going to put 3 of them up the wall like that. So you can fit them pretty much anywhere you want, as long as you're obviously smart about it. So here, where there's a bit of a curve on the edge there, obviously the panel's real strong. Whereas here, you couldn't fit it there because it would just buckle the metal. But like I say, as long as you're smart about it and put them in places where there's a bit of a fold or a join or a bit of support or something like that, they're spot on. Steps are on, so it's nice and easy to get these 2 bottom ones on, so because you can get a nut and bolt in them. So just put a big washer behind, but the only thing is this top one you can't, so I just use rivy nuts on them. But again, I've used them on both the other vans I've done. I use rivy nuts and they were spot on all the time. So it'll be a bit easier when the roof rack's on, because it'll give me a bit of a grab handle to get hold of, but I'll quickly show you them. So all it is, nice and easy.
So my first job this morning is to sort out our spare wheel. So I've got to get this tyre off and paint this rim up.
So the solar's in, and we've gone for 400 watts of solar this time. It's the most we've ever put on a build, but I don't know how good they're going to be anyway, because it's going to be about 3 hours of daylight, so we'll see how it goes. But the next job, we've got to cut a hole in the roof. So we're going to put a big 500 by 700 max skylight in here, and the reason we're putting it in there is so then we can get up and clean all the solar from the inside. But it's not actually. I just thought of that then, but I thought that's a brilliant idea as well, isn't it?
She's still good, she's still good. And ta-da! Look at this little beauty.
I'll tell you what, this is one of the things that we thought, shall we, shan't we? And it's definitely we'd do it again, wouldn't we?
I cannot believe how much light it's got. So with the same with these, it's got that slides across, and then also, I mean, we probably won't need this to be too bloody cold. You've got bug mesh as well, so it'd be so good in the warm weather.
But we were just saying, like, when we first did the reel on how we built this van, when we wanted to build a van, we thought, like, you never know, do you? Like, you always got a plan, but it's almost coming out exactly how we thought. So,
yeah, exactly how we hoped. So we'll have to see when we get the furniture in, but. And it feels huge, doesn't it?
I don't know why though, it just feels a little bit bigger than the Defender, don't you think? I don't know what it is.
A bit. I don't know, maybe the fact that I can turn sideways.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's time to do the floor, which means we get rid of the hideous orange floor. So what we're going to do, we're going to put some, the same insulation we used in the Defender actually. It's about 7mm, it's dense foam, and then it's got foil backing on it.
Yeah, it's like self-adhesive. So we're going to put that on the floor, so then it sort of takes away any of the voids or anything like that. So, because then when we put the wood on it, sort of like underflooring for when you do your household flooring sort of thing, wood flooring. So
hopefully it will sit nicely, and added bonus of the extra layer of insulation. So let's do it. How are we supposed to do things, huh? How are we supposed to do anything?
Indeed.
Beautiful.
Get your dancing shoes on, girl.
We got a floor. Well, that's not. So the floor looks good, but she rocks a bit. The insulation didn't work quite as well as we'd hoped, did it?
No, but I'm still glad we put it in, and I still would do it again because it's quite tinny, knocky in it without it. So that does take out a lot of the undulations, but the two main bars that run up, they just make it rock ever so slightly. So
we need to router out just some channels either side where those main bars go past. Probably, what do you reckon, 3 or 4 mil?
Yeah, a couple of mil all the way along, just where them channels sit, and then it will sit perfect then. So I mean, we might get away with it like this, but for the time it'll take us to do that, we might as well just do it, and then we know it's right then anyway.
It's just not worth having those like ugly lines come up in your liner and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we're going to call it a day for today. I think that's been a good day, isn't it?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
We're having some dinner.
We're going to have some dinner.
What we got?
We've got gammon, egg and chips. Very British of us tonight.
Gammon, egg and chips. I haven't had that for a while, have we?
I thought I'd mix it up a bit. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow.
Morning everyone. So I've got a little experiment for you this morning. So what we've done is we've got a little bit of offcut of the old fiberglass from the body, and I've got some offcuts of a wood. And this is 12mm ply, which we're going to be using for the cabinets. And we wanted to know how strong it's going to be when we fix it to the walls. So we've gone with a few different options, and what we're going to do is we're going to pull them off and see which one's strongest. So we've got a normal bit of ply with a normal rivet, no glue, normal rivet with glue, a peel rivet with no glue, peel rivet with glue, and just glue. So what we've got to do is we've got to pull these off and see which one's the strongest. So do we know anyone who would be strong enough to pull all this off? Why, who are you?
I'm Super Jess. I heard you needed someone strong.
Not all heroes wear capes, do they?
I might be a hero, but it's bloody cold, so I'm putting my coat back on.
Why are we talking like that?
Because I'm Super Jess. That's better. Right.
So for anyone new here, they must be thinking, what on earth is it with all this gun action? And it came from the Defender build, didn't it?
No, before. It was in Europe.
Oh yeah, it was Europe.
I don't know, I think it was when we went kayaking.
Oh yeah. We'll show you that now.
And now we're in Slovenia. We're going whitewater rafting, which is one of my bucket list things. I'm a bit nervous, but I'm so excited.
You're looking good anyway.
Trendy. Look at these guns. Going to the Paris Olympics, I am. Look at these guns.
Look at your muscles, look.
Look at them. Look at them.
Look at them guns. Show the people your guns.
I've been showing the people my guns a lot lately. Look at these bad boys here. It's because I ate them all my cookies. You're gonna have to get serious with these, and it's time to get the guns out. Fight crime.
Has anybody else noticed that Jess loves getting her guns out nowadays? Pretty much every video, Jess is getting her guns out.
It's because I'm hard.
So that's where it all came from anyway, so now you know.
So I reckon the weakest one is going to be normal rivet with no silicone, which is the bottom one. So if we're going to put something on top of it, the pressure's going to be down. So that already just turns.
Yeah.
And then if I try and lift it, like...
Still quite strong though.
Quite strong, but I can hoik it out.
So that was a normal rivet, but we're going to go on to peel rivets in a minute. So I need to just quickly show you how a peel rivet works. So obviously you know how a normal pot rivet works. They just swell the end of the rivet, and that's how that works. But peel rivets, they do that though. So they peel right back on themselves, so they've almost got 4 points that it's pulling back on. So I think that's going to be a lot stronger. So let's have a look.
Right, so let's try peel rivet no glue next. So it still twists just the same. Good.
So a lot stronger, eh?
Yeah, and like it's ripped. You probably can't see it, but it's ripped a lot more of the thing out. That one just left a nice hole. Yeah, the fiberglass. Yeah. Okay, so then we've got glue and a normal rivet, and I can't pull it to twist it at all.
And when I say glue, this is just the silicone that we've been using, the Sikaflex 221 as well. Yeah. So it's a sealant. It's paintable, it's brilliant. Expensive,
and
but
strong
brilliant.
as anything.
Yeah.
So I literally am doing. This is not fake, by the way. Oh.
Whoa! That's the fiberglass. So as you can see,
coming off.
that's ripped the fiberglass away from the actual the foam itself. So, but obviously because it's this panel, you're never really going to be levering like that. Really, we should be pulling that way. So it's good to see that that's done that.
Or just pushing down on it. So the next one on the list is the peel rivet and glue, which I'm thinking, I've got no chance. Definitely no twist. No.
Now that is strong.
No.
Yeah, so it's just ripped out.
It for it.
But it's just ripped out the fiberglass again. So again, really happy with that. And then the last one is just the glue. That's just glue.
It's literally pulling me off the floor.
I was a bit dubious when I was doing this because the glue, I didn't know that it would stick to the wood that well. But yeah, really happy with that, eh?
Oh, I snapped the wood.
Brilliant. So I'm absolutely stoked with that. So it just goes to show how strong the Sikaflex is.
Yeah.
So yeah, brilliant.
But if we combine a peel rivet and Sikaflex,
Yeah,
she's going
going nowhere.
So first job we're on with this morning is routering out the grooves that we need to put into the floorboard so that they go over the little bars. And once they're routed out, we now know we're going to fix them in with peel rivets.
Have you wondered who this is? This is my little niece.
Our best helper, aren't you?
She's the foreman today, aren't you, Ray?
You the boss?
So we've got the floor in, and the way we're going to secure this floor down is I've routed out loads of little holes throughout the whole floor, and then I'm going to drill the middle of the router hole. And the reason I've done that is because then when we put the pop rivet in, the pop rivet will just sit just below the surface of the floor, so then I can use some filler and fill the hole, and then when we put the lino down, it will fit nice and flush, and you won't get any like dimples or anything like that in the lino.
Trying to trip me over. John, doing that on purpose.
I'll tell you what, it'd be good if they did a rivet gun that was cordless, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, show me it's not so expensive, because you know what it'd cost you? One girlfriend. You go get a nice close shot of John doing it, yeah? Okay, so you press that one to start recording.
Did you get me, Ray?
Yeah.
And then, right, you got shoes on, yeah?
That's it, keep it nice and straight.
That one's filming as well, you know that.
It's going still. We'll say hello to it then.
Nice work. For all you tool supporters out there, you only have yourselves to blame for what you're about to witness.
Tool Talk Tuesday. It's not a Tuesday though, is it?
No, it's a Saturday.
But the best comment I got was snap on Sunday. I absolutely loved that one. But yeah, Jess still hasn't having it. But anyways, we're having it in this episode. So, Hoovers. Love a Hoover. Obsessed with Hoovers. This is the Festool CTL MIDI. And I love it. So we use it for when we're doing the panel saw, routering, you see us using it earlier. And we've even used it doing like drywall and things like that. But it's absolutely brilliant, real workhorse. So definitely recommend it for the old workshop. Another must have for the workshop, the Bosch 18 volt cordless wet and dry Hoover. Brilliant little piece of kit. If you've never tried 18 volt Hoovers before, try them and you won't go back. But yeah, just a Bosch battery goes in the side. Like I say, brilliant little kit for the workshop. And last but not least, the little Dyson. You saw little Ray using it earlier. Absolutely brilliant. You can get an adapter so you can run your Bosch 18 volt battery or a Makita or any brand that you've got, just slots in there, and they're brilliant because obviously the original Bosch Dyson batteries don't last 2 minutes, whereas these absolutely quality. So another good one for the workshop.
But this is the Hoover that everybody needs. Sorts out all the crumbs you drop in the kitchen.
These you will not need. All you need is a puppy. Brian on TV, Brian on TV.
Another thing we like to do is put some expanding polyurethane glue in between the joins of the boards, just so then it's all fixed down, so it probably won't move, but if it was to move, at least the boards are all glued together, so it's almost like one board, and then you just wait for it to go off, and then just scrape it off, and then we just give it a sand, and like I say, again, when you put the lino down, it's just nice smooth finish. I've been out doing some collections this morning. Let me show you what I got. Never gets old. One part. We got the roof rack. Just one more. She is looking fresh. Really happy how it's come out. But on the way to get it, I had to make a little detour. I made a little stop off to see some old friends. Take me home to a place where I belong. West Virginia, Sainsburys van. Take me home, oh take me home. I'll tell you what, this build, it just keeps getting me every time. Like, I'm so happy with how that's come out, it's unbelievable. Again, it's one of them things that you think, oh, hopefully it'll look good, but it's brilliant. So all I've got to do is wire up the front spots anyway, and then that's all done. But do you see what I mean now about how it bridges the gap between the cab and the body? Because there's two things on this build which I think makes it look a bit ugly, and that's the gap underneath the body, and that's why we put all the belly lockers in and that there. So like I say, it just makes it all part of one now. So just really happy with it. And I know I'll probably get a bit of stick for putting the wheel up there, but it's nice and easy to get up with that strap, so I don't have a problem. And if I ever do have a problem, you know I can rely on, don't you?
Now the hard work's done for the day, let's get on with the easy work, okay? So we took the roof liner out to put the roof rack on, and while we had it out we thought we may as well insulate it, and this insulating stuff as well is the same we put on the floor in the back, and it's sound deadening, so it's a triple win there. We also insulated this back panel and put carpet on it, and I'm really happy with that finish. We've also realised we haven't shown you this crawl-through door, so we did it exactly the same as all the other doors with the same seals and stuff, and then John's just put a little magnet on it and a bit of plate. So that opens a treat and will keep the back nice and warm, no cold drafts coming through from the cab. And the last that we'll show you is these seats. They are lovely. We've got them second hand off of Marketplace, and they're BMW, hopefully heated seats, if John can figure out how to do it. Because when you get these vans, they come with 3 seats. So for the money we sold the 3 seats that it came with, we were able to buy the new base and the new seats and still make a little bit of money. Get in. Well, she's looking a bit different now. Come and take a look at this. Woo woo!
Yeah, well, it's nice for doing a bit in the inside as well, because we've been doing mostly outside. But yeah, so we've got the cab nearly finished now. So I put the reversing camera in. These are brilliant. These are. It's 40 quid from Amazon, and I put it in the Defender as well. And the cable reaches all the way to the back where the number plate is. So because I've had ones that are wireless before, and they always pick up interference. So you'll be driving down the road and pick up someone's horse box or something like that. So all I do is rig it up on a little switch, so I can have it as a rear view camera sort of thing. And then I can do it when I reverse and everything like that as well. So, but there's one more thing we need to show you outside. So the last piece of the puzzle to fill in this underneath part is this little gap here, and there's one this side, one the other side. And we always like taking an empty water can, because if you can't get to a point where you can fill up with a hose, you can fill this up and then fill the tank up like that. So it's obviously going to be empty because otherwise it'll freeze, but I've made a little bracket to go under here, just out of some angle iron, and then this just slots in like that, and then it's going to have a strap on it. And then the other side, I've made exactly the same bracket for a 20-litre jerry can. So a lot of people were saying that there's small fuel tanks on these to keep the weight down. That's not the case. I put 110 pounds worth of fuel in it today, 69 litres. But we're going to take a 20 litre jerry can just in case, because if we get stuck in a blizzard or anything like that, at least we've got some fuel to keep us going for heat. And I know that might seem a bit excessive, but we did the same thing in Australia where we took 20 litres of water and 20 litres of fuel extra, and it just gives you that bit of peace of mind, because if you do get stuck, which hopefully you never will, but at least you'll be all right.
So I wanted to take a little minute just to address all you Team Tool John people out there, just to show you just how bad this problem is. You know last week how I said 10 sets of spanners? You all thought I was exaggerating, didn't you? Are you ready for this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, there's a drawer. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You think we're done? Oh no, no, no. There's these ones that I'm pretty sure he's never even bloody used.
What are you doing? I caught ya.
I'm showing everyone the extent of your problem is what I'm doing.
All the fans out there for the tools, loving it.
Goodness. So yeah, it's just ridiculous. I bet you there's some hidden that I've not even seen as well.
Nah, that's why I had to buy them ones for the Defender.
Likely bloody story.
See you next week.